Hey twin, you'll see this video when God knows you're ready. Today I'm gonna go on and talk about living for yourself. But I ain't gonna lie, even through this depressive state where I would rather do anything but be here, but anything but be in my circumstances. And what got me out of that was family. And so I was like, okay, shoot, my family still need me. They need protection. They need money to be fed, to be helped. And so I lived for my family for a longest period of time. To be honest, I lived for my family this only changed 2 days ago. You never know when change is coming. My mentor, Who Casper, says pretty much that you will change a lot throughout your life. You'll die and be reborn hella times throughout your life. And that stuck with me because I feel like in each moment I died and was reborn. I died and said I didn't want to be here, and I was reborn to live for my family. And I just died again yesterday and was reborn to say I want to live for me. I want to live to chase my dreams. Without numbering how many times they say don't do that, don't do this. I'm gonna live for me. I'm gonna live for my dreams. And so that just goes on to say that pretty much you need to start focusing on yourself, because at the end of the day, you come into this world alone and you die alone. And so if you don't build your story how you want it to be, it's just gonna be another person's story. So at the end of the day, when you do die, you'll just be another somebody. So all the people who want to chase after Keem Bond and change their hair and act like him and talk like him, when they die, they'll just become another him. Rappers going around trying to be like Lil Jeff, trying to act like Lil Jeff, trying to copy Lil Jeff's name, trying to rap like Lil Jeff, trying to be Lil Jeff. At the end of the day, when you die, you're not going to be known for your originality. You're going to be known as a copy of somebody else. And who wants to truly be a copy? Your legacy should not be a copy of somebody else's. To be honest, I feel as though we should all live to aspire to have our own legacy, our own originality, our own, yeah, I did this in the world and it changed me for something. Or to have our own backstory. That's what makes us true. That's what makes us people. Our story is us. It's you. It's the reason why your story is to help you get to your purpose, I feel as though. Because when I'm living this life and I'm thinking about all the hardships I went through, all the time I slept in that homeless shelter, all the times where I got kicked out of houses from family and friends, close, and all that. And how the other day when I bought stuff and then I got reaccepted back into my home. It's like at the end of the day, I need to just make up my mind of like do what it is I want to do, and also know that my family they truly close to me. But all of this is like fueling me to go and find my purpose. Basically, what I was saying is everything throughout your backstory is just fuel for you to find your purpose. Lil Durk losing all his peoples. You could say he put all of that into his rap career, and he found his purpose. His purpose was to be the voice, to talk to other people, to reach other people in certain aspects that's going through the same things as him. Who says you can't find your purpose just because your story is bad, just because your story is hard? And sometimes I come and think about, dang, all the 17-year-olds that's out here scamming, that's out here doing this and that. But I was just told by my mentor, he was like, hey, listen, people that's scamming, that's doing this, that's getting over on people, they have no story. They'll have no story to tell at the end of the day. When things is said and done, they'll have no legacy to pass on. They'll be, okay, he said, who cares about the people who get the Lambo and the million cars and $1 million when they have no story? You could walk into a store and nobody knows them. But when you walk in there, when you've been helping people, when you've been teaching people how to get farther in their life, and you walk into a store, they be like, hey, there goes such and such. They'll know your name. They'll know you. That it'll be your impact on somebody else's life. He once told me that, hey, a junkie could go and help an old lady cross the street and help a million other people, while a millionaire could just live their life. But when it's time for the millionaire to die, he'll have people that shows up out of jealousy and envy. But the junkie, he'll have people that showed up because he truly was a good person, because he helped people, because he helped them out. And so at the end of the day, you need to know that money is only good for the things it can bring. And at the end of the day, having money isn't everything, because if you have no story, if you have no one to share it with, if you have nothing to have, you'll be lonely. He brought up the topic of NBA Youngboy, people like NBA Youngboy who take these pills and all these drugs and all these other things, and how they aren't truly happy with themselves, even with the millions of dollars that they have, because they have stuff that they haven't worked out in their heart within. And so what I'm coming and bringing it to y'all today is to tell y'all that y'all need to change that. Y'all need to change You need to change your mindset. You need to transform yourself into a whole different being. You need to die and be reborn. You need to rise from your ashes. Die, be reborn, rise from your ashes. Break your body, build your body. Kill your mind, build your mind. You need to do all these different things, so when it's time for the money to come, you can accept it. You'll be happy as ever with the money. When the money comes, you won't be depressed from the mistakes you made, or to build up a fake story, and then one day when everybody finds out your fake story and you have all that money and you just left there like CJ so cool, like dang, what did I do? Like dang, now you're depressed every day. You just have to literally think about it. Think about what it is you want your story to be. Go ahead and chase your dreams. Don't be held back by anybody else. And at the end of the day, you need to just keep aspiring to go where it is you want to go. Because sure, you could sleep outside and you could get sick or whatever, or you could be kicked out, or you could be behind on rent and get put out. But as long as you're chasing your dreams, nothing else matters, because all of that stuff you have to have in the back of your mind like you're already there. In the back of my mind, I have that I'm already there. I write goals down in these notebooks, on these sticky notes, and I put them up on my wall and I read it every day. Well, I just have started doing that because my mentor told me to. And so it's like I can see myself. You have to know what success looks like. You can't just say I want financial freedom or I want freedom. You have to write down, what is freedom? Is freedom you being just out of jail, or is freedom you living the high life with the penthouse, with the money, with you making sure your kids are straight, with you making sure your family is straight, with you being having people be able to depend on you instead of you depending on them. You need to assign roles to what it is freedom is. You need to assign roles to what it is success looks like. And truly, you need to just go ahead and understand who it is you want to be in your life. Understand that this is your story. Nobody else can take away your story. You shouldn't try and copy somebody else's story, because at the end of the day, if you copy someone else's story, you'll be nothing but a fake copy. You'll be nothing but somebody else. You'll live nothing but somebody else's story and legacy. And that doesn't make sense, because in this world, we are all destined for our true own purpose. We're all unique. We all have our own unique story. You haven't gone through the things I've gone through. I've never gone through the things you've gone through. We have our own unique story. There's so many things about us that sets us apart from each other. There was a quote that I learned that was said, when we were born, we're all pretty much equal. But when you go on to like discover new things, and some people read books, some people do academic ethics, some people chase their dreams earlier, that little stuff sets us apart from each other. That sets our work ethic apart from each other. We're all different human beings going through different type things. We go through different type problems. And that's our story, and that's okay. As long as you could say be entirely fine with your story. You could be comfortable with your story, but don't be comfortable as okay, I'm gonna live here for the rest of my life. You need to aspire and have some ambition beyond just working that job. Have some ambition beyond just truly being here, just truly living. Okay, sure, you live in a 1-bedroom apartment, or a 2-bedroom apartment, or okay, you live in that shelter, but what are you gonna do to get out of there? Okay, but is that truly the life you want to be living? I had to ask myself these questions when I was staying with my mom. Well, I'm still staying with her, but at the end of the day, I have to ask myself these questions. And she even brings up, how are you going to get out of here? You're living in my basement. All right, if you're not going to get your diploma and you're going to go get a GED, I'm kicking you out. I was like, dang. Okay, and I left that day. But to be honest, right now she took me back in. So this kind of just pushes me to like go and find my own separate space where it is I can vent. When I pick up this camera, I ain't gonna lie to you, I can vent and truly just bring y'all how it is I'm feeling and things that I've learned from the days before, and to just keep going forward. And this helps me move forward by venting to the camera, to y'all, because I know somebody else is behind the screen, and I might even have one loyal viewer. Man, all I need is one loyal viewer, and if they keep watching, I promise I keep pushing this out, because you never know. Something I might say might help somebody else one day. Something I might say that I've heard or that I've learned might solve somebody else's question. Something that I've learned and that I've heard might help somebody else get in the position that I want to get in before me. And even if they do get in it before me, at the end of the day, as long as we all get there, it doesn't matter. Because I ain't gonna lie, money in this world for all of us. So for people just to sit there and gatekeep their money, for them to sit there and gatekeep their courses and all of that by high amounts of money, like, who's gonna buy that? And to be honest, you're gatekeeping all that money. That just shows how selfish you are. You don't think, like, give somebody else a chance is really what it is. It's like, all right, you've achieved your dream. You've achieved that 6 to 7 figure business, but help other people scale it. Stop being so selfish, right? Here not talking, I vent, but how about I give some game? I took a $300 course by somebody called Justin P. Excuse me. Somebody called Justin P. And it was Damian Dillard, who was like our mindset coach, and it was another man called I forget, it was these two other men from World of Vision, and then it was a man from Support Black Colleges, these clothing brands. I took clothing brand course, and they were telling me pretty much you sell your story beyond anything. Your story is what matters most, and pretty much it's like you'll never get to where it is you want to be if you don't know who it is you are. If you don't know what success looks like, if you don't know what it is that meaning behind your clothing brand is, if you don't know the story behind it, and if you can't sell the story behind it, then you have nothing. Clothing brands, you see, we need to appeal to both. Have you ever heard of ethos, pathos, logos? So logos is logical. Things like facts and statistics, right? Statistics, I think. But it's things like that. And so you need to, whenever you make your clothing brand and you put in the description of what it is, you need to put it in as like the description of your product. How much like material is it made out of? Say this is made out of polyester and cotton. Polyester and cotton. Say I say 80% cotton, 20% polyester. Then I go within and I appeal to pathos, which is the emotion. If it's pathos, that's the emotion, then you appeal to the emotion as well inside that description, and you'll say, this is cloud-based cotton. It'll make you feel so good. Or you could say it's fit for comfort, or it's cozy as a baby. You can use ChatGPT to help you make all of this. See, the thing is, people truly don't believe that using AI is, or people just, they don't believe. It's not that they don't believe, but it's that they lack the understanding of AI. AI is meant to help us get to where it is we want to go. Like, you start using it now. It's just like content creation. Start using content creation to tell a story, to show people your life. Start using it to your benefit. People are making millions off content creation, and we're not using it. We need to start using it. Like, I don't care, even if it's just you getting out here venting like me. We use it in some way, shape, or form that's going to help another person, and that's going to help you. It's going to help you make some money. It's going to help them understand and get to where it is they want to go. So at the end of the day, it's a win-win in both worlds. As long as we get there, and as long as we make what it is we make happen, sure, as long as we make what it is we want to happen, then at the end of the day, there's no failures, there's no one being shortcut, there's no one being taken advantage of or scammed. When I talked about dropping out, Casper didn't tell me, yeah, drop out. He didn't say, yeah, do that, or yeah, do this. He told me his story. And I feel like that's the most important thing you can do to a person. You can tell them your story. Here's my story. I'll tell you my story, and you decide where it is you want to go off that. This is how I did it, but it's not how you should do it, or it might be how you should do it, or however it is you want to adapt your story to my story to get where it is you want to go. That's going to become your own story. So basically, he said that he had got his high school diploma to make his folks happy, and he told me a whole bunch of other things. All right, well, I'm starting to run out of storage, so I'm gonna just go ahead and try and end it here. You'll see this when God knows you're ready, pretty much, like I was saying. Pretty much this is you versus you. So it's me versus me in this world. And I gotta determine what it is I wanna do. I gotta determine what it is my story is. And you gotta do the same. Determine what it is your story is. Determine who it is you wanna be. Who it is you wanna model your success after. Who it is how it is you're gonna get there. And you have to know that you're never gonna get there, or you're never gonna be in the position that you wanna be until a super duper long time, unless you get a mentor, somebody who's already done it, that can help you and who can show you the ropes. It's so much stuff that goes into content creation that I would have never known until I took a course. It's so much stuff that goes into making a clothing brand that I would have never known until I took a course. It's so many skills out here that can be sold. It's so much stuff about ebooks and situations like that, and using the internet and using YouTube to your advantage that I would have never found out until I took a course, until I learned about it, until I paid hard-earned money to learn about it. But now that I have the skills, I can teach it now. I can teach it at a lesser amount for a lesser amount of money, and I can sell it. Boom, that's me making money. Boom, that's me making my audience. Boom, that's me expanding who it is I want to be. So pretty much that's just me choosing who it is I want to be. And I ain't gonna lie, I pretty much made this video just to vent and to tell y'all to basically aspire to achieve your goals.
To make the unknown known. Start trying to have people look into your life. Start trying to have people look into what music you make. Start trying to have people look into what clothing you making. Start trying to have people look into that new designer designer brand that you just had come out. Like, whatever happened to that? Whatever happened to us being those people who whatever happened to us having dreams, man?